テストを。
よし、9時になったけどもまだ誰も来ないな。もうちょっと待とうかな。
こんばんは、ケイセンマルテコ。これ何？
あ、スノーさんかな。うん、どうも。わかりません。なんかね、だいぶ前に買っとったんやけどね、なんとなく面白そうだったから。まあタイトルはまあチキンポリスとねいうことで、キエさんあたりもなんとなく時間的に
音楽が大人。わら。
良平さんだ。どうも。勤務がごとくではないです。よし、じゃあ始めてみようか。お、どんどんじわじわと人が集まってきている気がするよ。確かに似てるけど。あ、昨日ありがとうね、良平さん。そうそうそう。
まだ秋ポップさん来ないな。
今日来ないんじゃないかな、ある程度経つまで。よし、まあとりあえず始めよっか。じゃあ行くで。最初から、ああ3つできるんだ。そんなにいっぱいやんないとは思うけど、割と面白かったらやるのかもしれない。やってみようか。正直このゲームファーストインプレッションが大事なゲームだと思ってるので、できるだけ人が集まってからにしたいんだけど、まあって言って待たせるのもねあれだし、どうしよっかな。ねえ、
昨日もうちょい残ってればバタニキなき A さんこれで落ちます。試合開始10秒9見れたのに。わら。
ああ、うん、パタニキが言ってたそれ。そうそうそう落ちますって言ったのに速攻キルしたって、言ってたで終わる人を速攻でキルしちゃったって言ってた。よいしょ。まあ始めよう。
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over.
そこに期待するの、良平さん。見たいの？
What could possibly go wrong?
さあ、壮大な出落ちでした。
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
いやー、渋いねー。ハードボイルドだよ。ということで。なるほど。こういう感じか。
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
反応したら笑うけどな。ダメか。
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range.
いやー、このチ
I
キ
don't
ン
even know what these papers are.
このチキン渋すぎ
I
でしょ、ほんま
promised
声。
myself I'd write a novel one day.
あ、そうなんだ。写真。辛い思い出、良き時代の思い出、デイビス、古い新聞記事、野生の紳士団。
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter. The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
なるほどね。じゃあちょっと話しかけてみようか。見る？
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
大晦日なんだ、今日は。
Let
話し
me
て。
introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
デボラ・アイバネズ。 いやー、家だ。
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
いやー、ずるいな。
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
おー、すげえな。
What a coincidence.
何？
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
誰も何も言わないのはどういう状況なんだろうか。みんないるんだよな。あら？
なんなの、わら。
なんなのって、いや、ねえ、警察のもとを女性が訪ねてきたわけですよ。よし、行くか。
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
Big trouble 言って街だ。
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
このモノクロも何か関係がありそうだよね、世界観と。さあ行こう。
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles. Legs that go on.
同じか。焦点は容疑者について知っている情報だ。相手が怪しいかどうか、そこに注目しよう。ちょっと待って。
これは誰も苦戦？
ん？誰目線？これ、あれ、刑事目線だよ。鳥の。 容疑者から印象を集めよう。印象を得るたびに新たな質問が追加されるぞ。印象怪しい。刑事メーターは尋問がうまくいっているかどうかを教えてくれる心強い味方だ。できるだけプラス側になるように維持しておこう。
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard. Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
なんかすごいわら。
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Hmm. 下でいいのだろうか。こっちかな。
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
K さんか。どうも。
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
皮肉だね。
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
で若干下がって。
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
眠すぎてバカニキに10秒キルされました。
Do you even know what you want?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Featherland. I thought...
What? You come in here, swaying your lovely hips like some kind of
失敗したな。
femme fatale, make me have a drink with you, and expect me to believe everything you say?
I'm making you drink?
Well, okay, sweetheart, you had no hand in that.
I'm
難しい
sorry
な。
I wasted your time, Mr. Featherland.
Why did you come to visit me?
こっちでよかっ
Why
たな。
not your employer herself?
これも下がりそうなんだよ
My
な。
employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
どっから行った
How did you
ね。
get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police, am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah. What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself, out loud.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great detective, and you're also reliable. That's why I came.
キャッチングずるいな、なんか。
Did she also give you the lockpick?
Please, could you let this go? I'm really embarrassed.
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were forgiven.
That's very nice of you.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but you're welcome. Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
アクションがあるかないかはわからない。
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Huh. Smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Mm. まっとうな警察官。
Legs that go on for days.
話す。
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
所持品？ 違うな。どうすんだ？違う。どうすんだ？見るか？違うな。どこからやるんだ？所持品、所持品。違うな。むむむずるいわ。どうすんの？所持品。
Don't you want to look at it? The message I gave you.
Yeah, of course, Deborah. Give me a second.
どうやって見るんだ？これか？違うな。これじゃないのか。どれだ？所持品とやらがどうやって違う。あ、ズームとか。おお。どうやってやるんだ？オプション。こんな詰まり方するか。
Legs that go.
違う。ああ、十字キーなんですか？ I know なんて書いてある？1か。のさすがにここまでだと読めねえな。Very well なんて書いてある？ I know more Please notice when deciding whether or not to accept my assessment. わからん。
I know Molly very
あ、モリー
well.
でよかったのか。
Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
元妻かな。
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
まあそうだよね。
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
まあ一言で言えば帰ってきたらこの女の人がいて依頼を受けてくれと言っているって感じかな。依頼の細かい内容はまだ分かってないからね。
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you, Miss Katsenko.
動物
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Sorry, Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
今日は大晦日になってます、この設定だと。
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
世界観。スキンポリスは名の知れた刑事2羽組であるサンティーノ・サニー・フェザーランドとマーティ・マクチキンの2名は各新聞社が知能みそかと呼ぶ事件を担当したことで名声を上げた。彼らはその後10年近く順風満帆な活躍を続けるが、とある乱闘事件がきっかけでその伝説に終止符が打たれた。なお彼らに関する小説シリーズがメレディス・マーブルによって執筆され、7年間で全10巻が刊行されたが、チキンポリス同様小説シリーズの人気もいつしか薄れていた。本家らって呼んだらいいのこれクロービルは900年以上前から独立都市国家として存続してきた。4つの国が同都市の創立に関わっており、クロービル詩章に書かれている4体の動物と4本の手はその名残である。なお史実では虫類部族同盟と大昆虫族も都市の創設に深く関わっていたが、死の紋章にその存在が書かれることはなかった。この事実は種族間における政治的文化的圧力を生む原因ともなったクロービルでは政治的自治、そして捕食者と獲物の両者が平和的に暮らせる自然界で唯一の国家としての夢が今なお維持されており、それゆえになんていうの、染色の町でいいのかなと呼ばれることもある。三神は自然界の大部分で崇められる神である。その存在は偉大なる野生の神々と呼ばれ、創造、破壊、そして沈黙の聖なる三位一体を構成する。創造の女神ハリーティ、破壊の神プタプティ、そして沈黙と虚無を司る無償なる亡霊ヌクバティティは創造と破壊の争いを繰り返しつつバランスを保っていると言われている。そんな世界観だそうです。よいしょ。
Thank you again, Mr.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Hmm.
独特な世界観。
ちょっとこれ電話しないといけないのでは。555932。
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
なるほど。ひとっ飛び。来たね、ルイス。当てれた今、ちょっと早かった。
I hope the old bunny had nothing important to do. Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah.
新機能マップ。
I need to grab my stuff first.
めちゃ
I
くちゃ
need to
で無
grab
理
my
やり
stuff
方。
first.
喫音がある方のようで。マップこれではないのか。これじゃなさそう。持ち物。違うな。
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case. She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me. Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny. I've already told you more about myself than I wanted to.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white. Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read the message. My job was to give it to you and nothing more.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can from the likes of Ibn Wessler.
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress needs me.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know absolutely nothing about?
I would do more than that for her.
I see. You're smooth. Real smooth.
Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please. Just Sonny. So this Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see. But
Please, Sonny, let's not make this
Honey,
even
you
more
just think that-
uncomfortable.
Eh?
okay, understood. Let's drop it.
いや
Thank
項目があったら聞くやん。やっぱり。
Why do I have the feeling these big Bambi eyes would get me into trouble? I hope the... I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
じゃあ今度はどうし出発したらいいのか。シーンの種類。メインシーンはストーリーを進めてくれる。またどの場所が開放及び閉鎖されているかも左右される。本編をクリアするにはメインシーンを全て突破しなければならない。限定シーンははあ、なるほど。さあ
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
いやーかっけえ
I
な
knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
こっちは何も出ないな。
Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
イケボすぎるんだよな。何これ。
Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. This happened when that old bloodhound, Blood Boil, was promoted to chief of police. Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Well, look at that.
思いのほか渋い。
What you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
こんな声なんこの見た目で。
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
なんだそれ。
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range, as always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
お風呂入ってた。
あ、そうなんだ。
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
もう深いよね。その辺が関わってそうだからね、もともと。
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic. Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
何これアリクイか
Hey, Monica.
あ、違った。ああ。普通に鳥か。
Hey, Boss Bird.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Barrel of the Pain... Panzer ですか。
Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time?
目が見えない。
Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
チュルチュルしてる。
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat. Am I right?
すごいな。トカゲ感を出してるん。なんか純粋にちょっと尊敬するわ。すごいな。S の発音であれだな。インターデンタルでやってんのか。
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
老人館の方も出してんのかな。どっちなんだろうな。すごいね。
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeff is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. Do you understand that? Don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be, but neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Bosco.
Detective Chowhound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a lapdog.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
サイズ感よ。
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know the lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
この辺も気になるとこだよね。
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
ひょっとしてトサカに穴が開いてるのはその辺の理由なのかね。
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
これが例のか。
All it takes is one look, and my comb starts to tingle, which never means anything good.
刑事も多いな。
One of Blood Boil's favorites, mainly because he's a dog, of course. One of Blood Boil... Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here.
特に話しかけたりはないのか。
I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy, or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
捕食かって何なんだろうね。もうずっと思ってたけど。じゃあ射撃場行こうか。
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
Keep your gun clean, Mr. Lomu. これが例のジャーディンとかいう刑事。
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that. Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always.
できんのかな訓練。何これいい加減分かれって。リロードってどうすんの？バツか。当たんね。当たんね。むずっ。 早いな。まずおい。もうなると思った今。ふう。あ、撃ち合った。リボルバーなんだな。当たってないのそれ。マジか。あーもう無理だ。ダメだね。よいしょ。まあいや、普通にやるか。
Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Were you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Marty, come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty, you shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said it. I won't do it again.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ooh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
That's it?
さすがにお調子者って感
Do
じ。
you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit? Soon enough, I'll shoot all the ammo in here out of boredom. Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
.本撮りにしては異様にがっしりとした体格をしている。羽は白く輝いて見える。こいつね一度撃たれたことがあるが、あれは俺の自業自得だった。どうすんだこれ。もう一回話したらいいのか。
Marty looks good.
Yeah, very funny.
あー、ました。
We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Hey, Marty, what about Laura? How come she didn't eat you yet?
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way. Mostly. As good as we can be after all these years.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also felt sorry for you.
Ah, well, thanks. That's much better.
If I'm honest with you, She loved the chicken police Marty better than this one.
Well, I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Whatever, Sonny. So, Sonny, you still limping?
The pellets tore my right hip to pieces, so yes. The doctor says I'll limp forever.
Ah, good to hear that.
Fuck off.
Can we go finally, or are you waiting for a big warm hug?
Let's get out of here before I get detained for gutting you.
Ah, lovely and peaceful as always. Welcome back, Boss Bird.
親からの LINE 対応してて見逃した。
あ、そうなんだ。
Can we go finally, or
let's get...
どっちから行くんだ。あ、こうか。こっちは特になんもないかな。ないね。そんな特別進んじゃいないから。
Yeah, my only poison. Except for guns, of course. And women.
We could visit our old haunt. What do you think?
Oh, a nice cup of Zips coffee and the hot dog. I'm in. Oh, and maybe we'll get into a little fight too, huh?
If it comes to that, I'm leaving you without a blink.
Oh yeah, like last time?
Those were different times, Marty. With a different Sonny.
別撮りって何?
Oh, all right. To the city then.
2話だね。
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, okay, I know. Let's go. Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little, and it smells too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking to him.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
When you left...
When Blood Boil kicked me out, you mean?
Yeah. So, that affected even her.
Why? Because she can do her job in peace, finally?
You know that's not what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. An angel in the form of a fragile little bird.
Yep, that's her.
An angel...
Yep.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
We're big birds, Monica. We can take care of ourselves. Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other, too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am. Oof, I gotta say, good old Bosco looks like shit.
Yeah, like a beaten dog.
Well, you, on the other hand, you just got older.
Shut the clock up, Marty.
Okay.
Maybe he's worth asking a thing or two.
Yeah, that flea bag can be useful. I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away. I don't need him to foul the air anymore. I hate his kind anyway.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No, because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah, that's true.
And you? Are you letting off some steam?
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Eesh, get a room, you two.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
What have you heard about the hop dog? Is it still standing?
Yeah, it is. But I don't frequent that neighborhood. You shouldn't either. Things have escalated there recently.
What have you heard about the hop dog?
間違えた。
What do you know about Ibn Wessler? What's the old rat been up to lately?
They say he's keeping a pretty low profile these days. But he's been seen in the company of the Attorney General.
Attorney General Hamtaro, eh?
Hamtaro.
That's interesting. Thanks.
Why are you so interested in that rat? If you want another hole in your comb, I could help you too, you know.
It's just professional curiosity.
Yeah, of course. And I'm a fluffy little Labrador.
Whoa, 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 you forgot to mention this nugget about the case, Sonny. Ibn Clucking Wessler? What the hell did you get into? Far as I remember, you didn't let me tell you in the first place. Well, you're in now. No way back. You're a piece of shit, Sonny, you hear me? What's this all about? Easy, chicken. I'll tell you everything soon enough. Let's just get the hell out of here first. Have I already told you it's a pleasure working with you again? No, but that's always good to hear, partner. Cluck off.
Clock off.
What have you heard?
間違えた。
What do you know?
違う。全然動かんやないか。ちょっと。あららららら。
These two simpletons.
出ちゃった。
They don't even realize their jackets are full of holes. For the wild God's sake, don't dare tell them. I already tried, but nothing happened. Figures.
ちょっと待って、もう一回入る。質問を。
What have you heard about the hop dog? Why is it so quiet in here? Shouldn't it be a madhouse by now?
The midnight madness is yet to come, Sonny. Just wait for it.
My time's too valuable for that, pal.
And you're trespassing. Rules of suspension, remember? I can see you're up to no good.
Who, us? Ridiculous.
If you say so. But I advise you to keep it low. Especially you, Sonny. How many?
121. 120 soon.
Don't be a knucklehead and get yourself fired.
Thanks for your eternal wisdom, Bosco. I'm definitely coming to you again next time. The chief doesn't seem to be in a good mood, but he never is, actually. Honestly, I have a really bad feeling about this. Honestly.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil. Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your crowing, Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, 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 careful with the racist barking, old hound. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
50ってんな。
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
散弾銃いやショットガンで撃ったのそうなんだ
Family quarrel.
For all the the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight. Have a lovely evening, boss. You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino. Honestly? What is it, Santino? Nothing, sir. And you need something, Martin?
No, sir.
Then get out of my sight, birds.
いや、ちょっと奥行けるようになってるかな。
Maybe next time. I'm not in the mood to meet any of my ex-colleagues right now. Looking at these two, I think our world is ready to be annihilated. Looking at these... Hello, gents. Everything all right?
Aye, everything's just fine, Sonny. Well, look, the chick police are together again. What a time to be alive. Am I right, Royce?
You're right, Foss.
Hey, that reminds me. Look at what I found under my coat. It's Her Majesty Big Bertha in the flesh.
今のはチキンポリスって言わないでチックポリスって言ったね。
Whoa, 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 don't shoot. We were just joking, okay? We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I was just joking too. I'll never get bored with these two. They're so cute.
I wonder why they thought you would shoot at another cop.
Hey, it's just happened once, okay? Am I right, boys?
You're right, Marty. And we all know it was an accident.
See?
Looking at these two...
もうないか。
What is it, chickens?
Look, Marty, the pincushion can talk.
Amazing.
Fuck off.
How many days did we have our first squad car?
About 3, I think, before we crashed into that tank of acid.
We? You crashed it. Don't blame it on me, Marty. I was unconscious, if I remember correctly.
That's your problem, boss. You should be more careful with low-hanging concrete blocks next time.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to that ever since.
さて、では移動ですかね。移動だけどまだ1ミリも進んでいないけれども、そろそろ終わろうかな。セーブとかできるのかしら。できなさそうか。どんな感じなんだろうか。一生一生で割と時間がかかる。
The hot dog was like the last warning. You can still turn back. My eyes lingered on the sign. An enormous dog. Like a neon god with limitless power over cheap hot dogs, plastic hamburgers, and watered-down coffee. The cold light called me, but I didn't want to get out of the car. If we went in, we were all gonna be pancakes, kept together by cold syrup. Marty's worried look shook me out of my reverie. Oh, cluck. Was I talking to myself again?
We don't save back here.
Of all that's furry.
Is this still a thing?
The situation's getting even worse, Marty. Have you heard how the young mothers of the Cobbler District are forced to make a living?
I have no idea what goes on in the hive, Sonny. I don't think I want to know. But you're still gonna tell me, right?
Prostitution is the lesser evil. What's worse is that some folks have to sell their kids when they're still larvae.
幼虫の子供。ははは。つまりバグスっていうのはやっぱり虫ということですね。
Wait, what? Why?
They pay a hefty sum for each of them downtown. They sell them as gourmet food in the most expensive restaurants.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
We made this city, Marty. Clawville didn't do this to itself. Don't ever forget that.
Hop dog, fresh breakfast and lunch.
Are you sure that thing's a dog? I always wondered.
The name Hop Dog is quite a giveaway. Don't you think so, Mr. Detective?
Sometimes the most natural connections lead us astray.
Who said that?
A natural-born genius?
Yeah, right.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Because the whole town's probably drunk by now.
Maybe that's the only way it can bear itself.
Doesn't it remind you of someone?
Shut up, Marty.
Got you there, old bird. Look at the poor bastard.
He's looking okay, Marty. Remember what we saw when we worked at the Hive?
Hive. 巣か。巣箱。
Wild ones. Don't even remind me. Trying to forget that shit every day.
It's been even worse since. I guess you heard about the riots.
Who hasn't? You know, people are afraid that the Great Fire will happen again, and those hive houses are pretty flammable.
I don't speak of the devil, Marty. But to be honest, I have no idea how this insect matter can be solved.
やっぱその辺も関係してそうだよね。
I do. We just open the ghettos and let the insects live among us like they did for centuries.
Your heart is pure gold, buddy. But you know it's not that easy. Clawville isn't what it used to be.
Maybe he can't understand what we're saying.
Or he just doesn't want to talk to us. Which I can understand, considering how most of the animals treat these poor bastards.
Indifference is almost as harmful, Sonny.
You think I'm indifferent about the insect issue?
I didn't say that, boss.
I'm not indifferent. I just think we've simply gone too far to even make it right.
It's never too late to change, Sonny.
I hope you're right.
なかなか深いなんかね、本気でハードボイルドだよね。こんな世界観っていうか、こんな感じなのに。
Hey, pal.
本当にハエだな。
Can you hear me?
Is he deaf?
Deaf.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't understand what I'm saying.
Or he doesn't want to.
That's also very likely.
Poor Bug Eyes.
At least he's playing music. I mean, he's doing something. Most of the destitute take up drinking or drugs. Or worse.
You know about the light.
You mean the light the insects believe in?
Yeah, their afterlife. If they want to go into the light, they set themselves on fire.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it's not a bad way to go.
That depends on your point of view.
もうないかな。
Is that the Kite and Blues?
I think so. It has a unique sound to it, that's for sure.
I'd like to visit the hive again when things lighten up a little.
Yeah, and when they welcome cops again.
Yeah, right. Is that... Even though it's a mess, I still can't imagine living anyplace else.
You know what? I envy you for that.
Even though it's a... Did this wreck belong to Zip?
Well, it's a wreck just like him, so I guess it could.
It's sad that everything's rotting away.
It is, especially a beauty like that.
Yeah.
This is the entrance. これないか。6時10時って結構長くやってんね。
Ugh, the place is deserted. Poor Zip.
いや結構かかるな。話が結構ちゃんと長いから全部拾っていっちゃってるからだけど。ジュークボックスがある。
You're right.
Yeah, the guy's middle name is bad luck.
That's for sure.
昔のよしみで。これがジープか。あ、曲が結構ある。
やり込むね。
やり込むねっていうか、まあ一応全部拾いたくなるじゃん。流れるんかな。ああ、最初のやつか。ああ、いやデフォルトのやつをたまたま選んじゃったのか俺。Fly with a baby with me baby か。Cost Mavis the new star of rock and roll
and voila, the master himself.
What a finch.
Sonny, he's a pigeon, not a finch.
Don't make me angry, Marty.
Okay, I was only joking.
The highlight of my day.
Yeah, I can smell it already. How does he make the coffee here so special?
Look at that mangy trash panda and tell me, do you really want to know?
You're right.
As always.
Ah, this will do.
Until tomorrow morning, at least.
That's right.
うまいらしいです。
Someone once said that everything's backwards in Clawville. The beer's always warm and the coffee's always cold. Well, I guess I'm starting to understand what he meant.
Fuck the king.
What insight. Wise words, pal. Wise words.
Where all the colors go? 色はどこ？
Well, that's a good question, pal. You know what? I was thinking the same thing.
この辺が関係あるんだろうね。daylight all っていう副題がついてるぐらいだし。
You still don't eat meat, old man?
I'm a rooster, a chicken. Why the hell would I eat meat?
I don't mean real meat. I'm not a lunatic. But a meat substitute? There's about 10 different kinds. Have you never tried any of them?
代理肉の話。なんかあれだね。なんだっけ。なんて言うんだっけ。ベジタリアン的な感じの生き方してる人。そういう人的な感じの話になってきたね。名前が出てこなくなっちゃった。なんだったっけ。まあいいか。
Why would I? If I don't eat meat, why would I eat a substitute?
Because you can. That's the point.
Wild gods, Marty. Stop being such a sheep. Do you fall for those adverts?
Substitute isn't meat, Sonny. And if it's tasty, why wouldn't I eat it?
I don't care what you eat, but don't be surprised when you lose all your feathers or you try to bite off your own leg one day.
そうそう、ビーガンだ。
Ooh, a nice pancake with hemp seed, chocolate, and black onions?
でも鶏だからわら。
I'd rather have somebody pull my beak off.
Ah, you used to be more daring.
共食いよ。
Yeah, and my back didn't hurt either.
Furry heavens, it's depressing being around you, Boss Bird. Ooh, maybe a peanut souffle with faux meat.
はいよ。ピーナッツそれの和製に。
Oh, stop it, Marty, before I get sick.
Ugh, you're just a boring old man.
I'd rather be boring than dead. I wouldn't eat here if my life depended on it.
He sure didn't get any younger.
Or prettier.
You think he's still mad at us?
Frankly, Marty, I don't give a damn.
You think he might know something about the case?
He knows almost everybody in this city. At least he used to once. Let's see if he still does. When I first arrested him, he was barely 14 years old. I was a rookie cop. Who would have thought we'd end up like this?
Hello, boys. Now, get the hell out of here while I'm asking nicely.
Hey, is that how you greet two old friends?
Hey, I'm not joking, Sonny. I got a shotgun under the bar.
No, you don't, because if you had, we'd arrest you here and now.
If there's still life in you when you're full of buckshot.
Ah, it's going well so far.
We're just here for a coffee, Zip, okay? Like old times.
Nothing's like old times. Haven't you noticed?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's quite noticeable.
Shit. All right. And where'd you blow in from?
We haven't been anywhere yet, but we're going somewhere.
Everybody's going somewhere, right?
Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
羽突っ込んだとか言うな。
If you've got anything on him, don't keep it to yourself. We'd be grateful.
Grateful. Maybe you're not gonna trash my joint this time, eh? You know, Ibn's acting strange nowadays. He always believed that if you want something done, you do it yourself. That's how it was for years anyway.
And?
But now, he left his real estate, the fish racing clubs, the casinos, and the bars to his right-hand man, Mongrel Mick. And ever since, he's been kinda weird. Bottomed out. Brooding in the seediest joints of the city. Nobody ever knew him to be like this. Weird, huh?
Yeah, weird. Do you think it's about a lady?
It's always about a lady.
Well, there is a woman.
I knew it.
But not like you think.
Is this gonna cost much?
Only a favor. Like the good old days.
Okay, I'm in. When I first...
That That Natasha's a mysterious woman, a real cursed jewel if you ask me. She came out of nowhere 2 or 3 years ago and landed on the stage of the millions almost immediately. That Natasha's a mysterious woman, a real cursed...
Is that so? Interesting.
Yeah, she's got a fantastic voice, makes men go crazy. But we all know that's not what's important. Then suddenly, bam! She got the whole club, just like that. But we know exactly how it was.
I can imagine, yeah. Since then, it operates under the name the Czar Club, right?
The old click is still clicking, right? Yeah, the club was renamed and remodeled. Everyone knows she was Ibn's lover, but she's not your usual canary. She didn't get involved in Ibn's dirty dealings.
Then how exactly does she fit into the picture?
Check this. A few months ago, the old rat pulled out of his own businesses and gave control to Mongrel Mick and his mom.
Mongrel Mick? Doesn't sound familiar.
Mick the Marauder, ring a bell?
Damn, that little monkey came this far?
I think that little shit took advantage of Ibn not being himself.
Which has something to do with this Natasha, right?
That's my guess.
Thanks for this straight dope, Zip. We owe you one.
One? You owe me the price of a new coffee shop, remember?
Okay, okay. Whatever you need. Just call us.
I cluckin' will.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I'm not your pal, Marty.
You sure talk a lot.
And maybe the past is haunting me. Once a rat, always a rat, right?
Aw, come on, Zippy. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got out in time, and you've been living an honest, ordinary life since then, haven't you?
Yeah, right. How lucky am I, eh?
It's more than what many others get, believe me. Have you ever been to that place?
Of course, 100 times. Everyone who matters in this city's been there. Sorry, guys. But then, it had a different name and a different owner.
Business affairs, right?
Yeah, that was the dark era, Sonny. I don't want to talk about it.
Roger that.
I gotta say, you've revamped the joint pretty well.
Yeah, after you trashed it, I had to.
Look, I'm sorry, Zip. That ocelot and his gorilla.
Baboon, not gorilla.
Whatever.
Sonny, what's your beak?
So you owe me one until about the end of time. But I'd settle for you washing up here for a few years after retirement, Sonny.
Mind your tongue, furball. So, Ibn's gone insane.
Love will kill you in the end, they say.
Seems like everyone's in a poetic mood today.
You're one to talk, by the way.
Huh? Why? So, about that woman. Is she really that dangerous?
What woman isn't, eh?
No, Zip. I mean, really dangerous.
She's got the most influential gangster of the city wrapped around her finger. She calls him her little furball. How dangerous do you think she is?
You didn't get any younger, pal.
You're telling me? You look like you haven't had a good night's sleep since forever.
To be honest, I've never had a good night's sleep in my life.
You will when the big sleep comes.
And what are your plans? Dying behind the bar?
Of course. You got a better idea?
A couple, yeah. But somehow this suits you.
You know what? Your mother's a goat.
What's this no insects allowed shit? You're not like that.
What do you think? If I let one in, all of them will follow. And then I can forget my regular clientele for good.
What clientele? There's no one here.
That's it. Would you take even that away from me?
What's this no...
昆虫禁止だから、あれは来店するなって意味なのかな。なるほど。
The door didn't look like this last time.
Yeah, because last time you tore it out and beat that baboon with it.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So that's why Zip remodeled the whole place.
He had to. We didn't leave much of it standing.
If I didn't know how nice we are, I'd almost hate ourselves.
Welcome to the club, partner. What's that smell?
You know, I don't want to know.
Zip once had Marty do the dishes because he tried to take off without paying. That was one of the best days of my life. Someone once said,
Yeesh, my condolences, pal. I see your cleaning lady died.
yeah, she set foot in the bedroom once. I haven't seen her since. I didn't dare to go after her.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go in there either. But what's that smell?
Cigarettes and whiskey.
Yeah, with a hint of dirty laundry, but no, this is lavender?
Ah, that. Now that's got to be the Ibanez dame. You know, the broad who gave me the letter. And the job, obviously.
Ah, pretty, huh? I can smell it. She's an exotic, too. An Impala, maybe?
Furry hell. That's why Chief Inspector Bloodboil hates you so much. He's jealous because your nose is better than a clucking bloodhound.
なんでわかったんだよ。
The bitter old dog. He just hates all foul.
Ah, true. Except for Monica.
Monica's a fairy, not a bird. So, what now?
Now, let's gather my stuff and head to the club. We gotta find out who this Natasha is and what she wants from us. I mean, what she really wants.
After you, Boss Bird. I wouldn't like to touch anything in here anyway. If it's okay, I'll just stand around and stare out the window.
Sure, just do it quietly. You're getting older, Marty. You look like shit.
Ah, gee, thanks.
I thought angels don't grow old.
Ah, leave it, will ya?
Sure. Boo-hoo.
Why are you staring at me like that?
I was just thinking about... what the hell are we looking for, anyway?
Jeez, old bird. You want to look around, remember?
No, I mean figuratively.
Oh, well then it's a good question. Hanged if I know.
Thanks for your help, partner. It's a pleasure to work with you again.
Ah, don't mention it, boss. Why are you staring? When was the last time I was here?
I don't know. Years ago. When Molly left.
Whew, that was a wild night.
Yeah.
You know, Sonny, you can call me. Not just when you want to investigate some shady case from a shady dame and you need a big meat shield to cover your ass.
Times have changed, Marty. And I don't call anyone.
All right, Boss Bird. Whatever you say. So, am I staring quietly enough?
Well, the floor's creaking a bit when you shift your weight, so,
You're an asshole.
Have you been there before?
Never. You know, it's not my style. It's too fancy for me. I'm more like the smoky, smelly, ramshackle little joint type.
Yeah, same here.
But we're not gonna mingle like this, right?
We're not searching for a tailor on New Year's Eve, okay? We'll go as we are.
That'll be exciting.
Let's just stay out of trouble.
What trouble?
That's the spirit.
So she just turned up with a message and this flyer, and you fell for it?
Maybe I was bored. Or maybe there's more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, there's always more.
Maybe I just wanted to meet you, for old time's sake.
That's not funny.
I've never had a good sense of humor. You know that better than anyone.
That's for sure. So the Tsar Club, huh? My city's on fire. Sounds good. But that's all? It's kind of weak for a clue.
It's not a clue. It's just a guide. By the way, it's New Year's Eve. We deserve some fun, right?
Well, that's true. But it's never that easy with you, Boss Bird. There's something you're not telling me, right?
Nothing important, Marty.
Yeah. If you say so. Oh, hi, Mr. Sinclair. How are we?
Sinclair is doing fine, thanks. Anyway, you still talk to your guns?
Yeah. And so what? Other animals talk to their plants. Crazy, isn't it? At least a gun has a soul. And it's useful.
I can't believe you're allowed to walk around freely, Birdie.
Oh, if you only knew what I'm packing right now.
I don't want to know what's under your feathers, Marty.
セーブとかってどうやってなんかやり方あんのかな？
It would be best to board it up. It'd go well with this rundown neighborhood.
It may be run down, but somehow I still feel like it's honest.
Sure. You could live in Cockroach Town. That's an honest place, too. Has a similar stink.
Believe me, Marty, I thought about it.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm gonna clean up here one day. Yeah, and one day the sun's gonna explode too.
セーブとかないんかな？
You know, this city's outgrown us.
Why do you say that?
Well, don't you feel it? The whole place squeezing you. The polluted air, the sirens, and the smell of cordite.
Don't be such a drama queen. It's not the world that's changed, it's us. Clawville's Clawville. We're just getting older.
No, there really is something. You know the feeling of foreboding, of something wrong, of something bad on the horizon.
You're screwing my mood.
Yeah, but I'm not sorry.
No shit.
「セーブってないんだろうか」仮にそうだと仮定するとちょっと一旦こっちに行って OK マップを移動するたびにこれセーブされるらしいんでここで一旦終わります。よいしょ。じゃあ皆さんどうもありがとうございました。